Let's analyze together what's happening right now with Mara.
Let's go. First of all, remember to read the disclaimer right here and also in the description below. Look at that chart right there. The downtrend movement that happened after that breakout to the upside. We are going to talk about it, but we have to comment. Breaking news. We have the earnings and revenue reported. Negative. The revenue was 145 million versus the estimate of 157 million. But the thing is, like, the net income was losses of minus 200 losses of $200 million, around that number. So what do you think about this data, guys? Did you expect it, and how do you think the market will continue reacting right now after this release? Because obviously the market was going lower before these earnings. Maybe they knew something, the market was expecting this. How do you see it? And subscribe to Trading HT.
Okay, so important factor, we have to compare the net income of a similar results to, to assess the current situation, because obviously when you see like a negative surprise factor like this, I gotta tell you guys, it's really negative. And we're talking about the estimate was like a minus 0.09 and the reported was minus 0.61. I mean, that's a huge difference. Obviously, in the reporting, we're talking about a few millions, but the net income, 200 million negative, is not positive. We have to go back to exactly, around, between September 2022 and December 2022. We're talking about the price action of this stock was trading around $10 when that happened. And right now it's trading at $18, and then we go this negative of net income of minus 200. Wow, if this comes to reality in terms of price action, the stock should go lower.
Yeah, how do you see it, guys, from the fundamental views and from the technical side? This latest channel that we had right here was a very clear parallel channel right there. The breakout happened with a lot of strength, but the thing is, like, when the price reached this area right here, let's draw the horizontal line right there to see with more detail. The $27 area, more or less. This was like the highest part of the previous peaks. You can see if we go to the back part of this chart, not as high as the previous ones, but around this level should be some resistance. But this was strong enough to drop the price very fast. And the interesting thing is, right now it is the price created kind of a parallel channel, but to the lower side, a very clear one in my opinion. Right here you can see um, kind of the drawing, and the price has been approaching that lower level of $16 that was acting as a support in the past. So key question right now for you guys: how do you think will develop this price action? Will we see the breakout of this parallel channel to the upper part, or maybe the bulls will enter at lower levels around $13, the previous support area from the longer time frame? And then we had another one right here. Yeah, I wasn't using the logarithmic. Now with the logarithmic scale, going back to the daily chart, we can see this stronger support area right there around $12 more or less. You can see right there. How do you see this level also? Which one do you think will act as a higher support if we visit those lower levels and if we don't break them to the lower part? Or how do you see the other perspective? Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, remember, guys, we have to study past action, past price action to understand, what's gonna happen next. And the reality, when we have like bad numbers going worse every time, and the stock with, the Mara stock is like completely volatile, and we can clearly see right here. Look at what happened back in May 2022. It's like we have a downtrend of minus 85%. Then we have another downtrend right here between October 2022 and December 2022, another minus 80%. So obviously, if we translate this into the new chart that we have right here, obviously we have to take actually the latest, the $27 area, and then we draw another minus 80%. This is probably the worst scenario of this stock. We're talking about the stock going back to $5.
Yeah, that happened in the past, so that could happen again. And also we had upsides to in the short term right here during 2023, not short term, more like medium, but this upside of more than 2000%, no, 200%, sorry. And then more movements to the upside after those kind of crashes. So the opportunity is also there, but the risk is the same perspective, a lot of risk, a lot of opportunity. Which side are you more on? Let's see the forecast and see what the Wall Street of analysts think about it. Wow. I'm mixing a lot of words today.
Yeah, exactly. They are assessing the new information that we have right now. The reality right now, they have an average of more than
Yeah.
24% from current levels. Obviously, the stock has been crashing a little bit after the earnings. So the thing here is like, for me, the interesting part is like the estimate and the reporting is completely different. It's difficult to assess a stock like this because normally stocks such as Nvidia, you see like an estimate and the reported very close together, But here is like a huge gap. It's difficult to assess if the estimates that we have from Wall Street analysts is gonna come into reality.
Yeah, and also we had these stocks related in a way to the Bitcoin price because they were mining Bitcoin. I don't know if they had like the same amount of mining operations as they had in the past. If you know about it, let us know in the comments below. That fundamental point is interesting to take into account because that the Bitcoin price will affect in a higher or lower way this stock. And the forecast is very difficult to predict, as Alvaro mentioned, and you can see the EPS right here forecast in the past. All the quarters, like the estimate was something around zero, more or less. They don't want like to be brave or how you can see it both ways. And they reported completely, 126 in the first quarter 2024, in 2022 the fourth quarter -3, completely crazy, and in the annual one more or less the same. You have one estimate in 2019 of 8.80 and the reported was minus 0.53, and in 2016 the estimate was 0.48 and the reported $7.84, like the opposite, so
Uh,
completely crazy.
and they're
This forecast,
professionals,
yeah,
they don't even know how to assess
this
this stock.
this forecast is a very good example. Like sometimes stocks can be predictable, and in this type of environments you tend to see this type of things. What do you think also about this? I think it's interesting to comment this. And let's go back to the chart to see with more detail. I think the weekly chart is a very good time frame to see the longer perspective of this stock and to see the wider picture, because we are talking that we are at the middle of this chart, more or less, if we take into account the higher levels that were traded in 2012 around $200, and then this very interesting area right here that was the first support level of 27 cents, cents, no, sorry, dollars. And from there, this is the exact price around this level, of course, where the price got rejected multiple times, and this last time once again. And this is a level that was being acting as a support area again right here, right there, and as a resistance level when it was broken out since 2012, 2013, 2015. So technical analysis sometimes works even from a long time ago because long-term investors don't lose the perspective.
Exactly. Look at that. We're talking about more than 10 years of technical analysis. So obviously we have a lot of, hearts and minds thinking about, okay, this is a good time to sell the stock or a good time to buy. Either way, right now below $27, obviously we will be talking about the stock going into bearish territory, and right now I'm kind of worried, because we have two support levels, we are not in that extreme worriedness, but if we see the stock going below $15 or even below $12, wow, that could be like the stock going, to the $5 area at least, or even $3. It could happen because when the stock is bearish, look at what happened in the past. It
Yeah.
was completely insane.
Yeah, I was gonna say that last crash that happened since 2015 until 2020, more than 99% to the downside. From there, the craziness happened. The upside of more than
This is
21,000%.
insane.
And then we had this latest movement minus 90 something percent again. From there, another movement to the upside of more than 800% this time, almost reaching 1,000, I think. And right now we are in this situation. So obviously, you can see right here a lot of opinions. Every opinion is welcome because you have a lot of crashes with minus 99%. A lot of crashes. No, here we have two, but crashes of that numbers, opportunities to the upside of more than 1,000%, more than 20,000%. So every opinion is welcome. The thing is, how do you trade this chart? Because everyone could be, two same traders could be trading this chart, and one could be wrong and complete the trade account, and another one could be completely right and make the best trades of the decade, because the opportunities were there. So the thing is, what is the quality of your trading? How do you trade? The art of trading. Welcome to Trading HT, where we like to share this art with you and learn all together.
We finished with the RSI and MACD indicators, so you can clearly see these crashes and obviously the best opportunities to buy and sell the stock. Very interesting information, guys. Hope you liked the video, and we have more videos right here for you, specially made.
Let's go. Welcome to NHT. 2 more videos tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching.
Bye bye.